Down a pound from yesterday. Let's go. This is going to be embarrassing and super quick, so let's go. So this is after a week, and while I'm not super sad and it could be a lot worse, I'm super ready for it to get a lot better. Good morning, friends. Thought you might like a quick get ready with me. See a very extensive 3-minute makeup routine. I'm so glad it's Friday and I'm so ready for the weekend. It's lunchtime. The attitude is strong with this one today.
Really? A tiny Ceratops?
Enjoy. So we have a lot going on today. We got a couple of birthdays to celebrate. Our middle daughter turned 23 last week, and we're going to be celebrating her birthday this evening. And then the hub's birthday is today. We'll be celebrating it tomorrow. And I feel like I have a list of about 1,500 things that I want to get done this weekend. And I'm going to try to pare that down today and see what's actually accomplishable, and we will go from there. Got to finish out the work day. I'm on lunch now. It's about 11:46, and I am not hungry as of yet, so I'll probably eat during my afternoon break today. Catch up with you in a bit. I really got to keep this up though, because this is the part typically where I fall off. Having made it 7 days, I'm very happy for that. But 2 weeks is probably the longest that I've ever made it. Staying low carb and keto and not going off the diet or cheating or falling off the wagon or whatever you want to call it. So I got 1 more week down, and then a day after that, and then we will have done something, and I'll be super excited for that. Very happy with the weight this morning. Went down, I think, a little over half a pound from yesterday. No, it went down a pound from yesterday. So it's like 6.5 pounds lost already in 7th day. Super, super happy with that. Proud of myself and ready to keep going with this. All right, so I just did a brain dump of however many lines are on this page, 28 things that I'd like to get done this weekend. And now I'm just gonna go back through and star them, what's most important to me, and make sure that we at least get those done first. Alrighty, as you can see, I use a different color and go through and star what I think is most important, make sure I hit those first. Once I get those crossed off, then I'll go through the next and see if I can get all those accomplished over the weekend. So if I knew I was going to be short on time for a weekend and I want to take this another step further, I would go through and number these that I've starred and make sure to go through the list in that order exclusively. That's for you, Pate. Time to read. We'll see if we can glean any wisdom from today's session. All right, I'm getting hungry. It's time to make some lunch. Gonna see what we have.
All right, thinking today we're gonna do a keto pizza, some Parmesan. Oh, that egg is gonna be something else to get to. Gotta clean out the fridge this weekend. That's definitely one of the things we gotta do. Here we are. My one little lonely egg I have left. I put a 2-pack of 18 in my Walmart order yesterday and got 0 of those. Not even a replacement.
Y'all are so not going to be happy about this, but I have, of course, no recipe for this. I'll tell you a little bit about how I do it. Maybe I can figure out how to rip this up to show you. Give me just a sec. Oh my goodness, we bougie now. All right. So to make the crust for a pizza, along with the 1 egg, we're going to use 4 tablespoons of mozzarella cheese. Or here I'm using an Italian blend. I measure a lot like Paula Deen does with butter. All right, then I use some Italian seasoning. Add some garlic salt. I like the garlic. A little bit of Parmesan. Oh lordy. And the egg. And the Blue Diamond almond flour. So here I added in about 3 tablespoons of the Blue Diamond almond flour, and then just took I think it was a fork. Yeah, and started stirring everything around and got it all combined. In the end, you just want it to look like a pizza dough. So here I'm grabbing out my little dash griddle, got it warmed up, taking some of the pizza dough that I created, the keto pizza dough, and pressing it in with the fork. Oh, you can hear me scraping it here, and it just made me cringe when I did it. I'm like, what in the world are you doing, girl? But it's okay. We got it going. While that is cooking, I have Great Value pizza sauce. That's what I use. Nothing fancy, $1 a jar, and that's what I can afford and want to put into it right now. So it has 4 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fiber, so 3 net carbs for a 1/4 cup. Yeah, there's no way we're using that much. We'll use a couple tablespoons at most. So I'd say like 1 to 1.5 net carbs. All right, let's check her out, see how she's coming along. Not quite yet. Putting in the Italian seasoning and garlic salt makes all the difference and really makes it taste like a pizza crust, and it's so delicious. If you like pizza, you will really love it. Looking pretty good. We will put this bad boy on. How pretty! Oh my goodness, it's like I like to flatten it out a little bit because I like super thin pizza crust. Now is when I don't mind it being on the outside because it's not goopy and gooey, but it'll make a nice crispy crust. Yeah, it really helps to put the holes in it. I've not ever done that before, but I'm glad I figured it out today because that's really flattening the crust out and giving me a good crispy crust on the edge. Are you team thin crust or team thick crust? All right, so I'm pleased with where it is. We're gonna take it out of the dash now and get it prepped to put into the air fryer to melt the cheese and pepperoni. All right, what I'm gonna do now is take it off of the dash of the tomato sauce today because definitely don't want to undo the good things that we've done over the last day. All right, that's perfect. It's less than 2 tablespoons. So here we're just adding on a whole lot of pepperoni. They're nice thick pepperonis and there's a lot of them, so it'll be a lot of protein and it'll be filling. Next, to add on a little dash of Parmesan. Then I top it with some mozzarella, or in this case, some Italian blend cheese, and it's ready to go in the air fryer. Okay, now we're over at the air fryer. We're gonna get it popped in here, cook for just a few minutes, and we're gonna have a delicious pizza. Here, there's enough left to do another crust for later. So I'll put that in a little Ziploc bag and it'll be ready to go for another meal. All right, so I've got the counter tidied from making lunch and about to open this beautiful air fryer and see what we got. Here's our warm, gooey, delicious pizza. So it looks like my tan is starting to develop. I'll have to wash it off here in a few. I didn't realize that last time I put it on, but you're supposed to leave it on, let it develop for a little bit, and then wash it off. Well, I had it on for a day and a half at that point, and I'm like an Oompa Loompa, and my daughter's like, oh no, you're supposed to like wash it off after it gets to the level you want it to get to. So, anywho, working on my pizza. I've had this one so many times. It's ridiculous. It's delicious. It's my first time having it this year and this journey, so really enjoying it. One thing I wanted to discuss is typically in the past, I would fall off on the weekends. It's super easy when I'm the only one here during the day to eat on plan, but then when the children come in on the weekends and grandchildren and my husband's here eating whatever in the world he wants and cookies and milk, 24/7, it gets a lot more difficult and I will fall off. So gonna need some encouragement and some discipline to make it through, but we're gonna make it through this weekend and start the new week tomorrow, which will be day 8. And we're gonna stay on plan and we're gonna keep hitting these goals and making it happen. So here's to all of us doing that together. Back to work for a few hours and then weekend, here we come. It's mid-afternoon and I have yet to even think about what I'm gonna declutter today. I think I'm going to go into the closet of doom. That'll be easy. That will be the easiest place to start. The overwhelm is real, and it's not gonna be the easiest place. This is where most of my mom's stuff is. All of the grandkid stuff, office, and I don't even know what else. Let's do something else. I'd like to take a moment to congratulate myself on this. Lordy, can I get it down there? So, typically in the past, I would have gone through a pack of those every other day, and they've been sitting down there all week. Perhaps an easier place to start would be with books. We'll see. OMG, an actual keto meal plan book recipe. You know what I hate about this book? What do I like about this book first? I always like to start with what I like about it. It has 800 delicious meals. Okay, now what I don't like about it. There are no pictures. I'm like a first grader when it comes to books that I prepare meals with. And that is, I want a picture for every recipe. So this one, it can go. If any of y'all want it, let me know. I'll send it to you. Okay, this one seems like a no-brainer to me. Taming the to-do list. I literally do not need to read an entire book on how to complete a to-do list. I'm pretty good at them, but I will glean 3 different things from the book and then I'll declutter it. Let you know in just a minute. Oh, gee, I hate when I do this crap. So I'm sitting here trying to find like 3 little nuggets of wisdom, and then I'm gonna get rid of it because clearly I don't need to read a whole book on taming to-do list, and it actually has a lot of practical and relevant to me information like procrastination and why we do it and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna have to keep this one. Let's try again. I literally have no idea what is going on with me this year, but it is incredibly frustrating. Last year, if it wasn't nailed down, I was tossing it in bags and getting it out of this house. And my motivation or something in my brain has just turned off to that. And I am having the worst time parting with things right now. And I've got to just take a minute and process that and figure out what in the heck's going on. So I found a pack of blue file folders. I have some really pretty teal and pink, like the color of my wall in here, folders now, so I know I won't use these. Those can be donated. Let's see what else we can find. So I found also some of the pen and gear braided file folders. I'll see if my grandchildren can possibly use those for school. This one I definitely want to say goodbye to. Is my planner for 2020, which started so full of life and with so many hopes and dreams, and then goes to nothingness. Because this is how I do with planners. So So I started at the end of last year, and what I'll continue doing moving forward is just putting everything in my work calendar. And then if I'm going to be away from home, which is super rare still, unfortunately, when I go out to travel to sites and centers and schools, I'll just make sure that that is transferred over to my phone, so I have those alarms to go off during the day. I just don't do well keeping track of it with a paper planner. I love them. They're beautiful. The first week or month, I go to town, make sure everything's filled out all day long, and then I just end up falling off, and it's wasted money. So, goodbye. I just found something kind of cool that I forgot about, and these are the canvas sheets that I created that I did do extremely well with last year. Until Mom got really sick. So I would print 5 of these out for the week. I just did them during the work week, and I'd keep one on my desk at night before I got to it in the morning, and I would sit down and I would fill out my gratitude, my first bottle of water, all the plans that I had for the day. And I did actually do pretty well with these because they were tailored specifically to me and what I do each day. So I might start using these again. I'll try it for the next few weeks and see how I do, if I keep up with it. And I will see if I can create a link to it down below so you can get a free copy of it and see how it works for you. All right, this is one of the items that I added to the top of the to-do list for the weekend, and that is a vision board. I create them every year, and I've literally, as of 6 or 7 days ago, just accomplished one of my 2019 goals on my vision board. So I believe that they work. The 52 books in 52 weeks, I'm definitely going to keep. That's something I've been doing for a couple of years. Made a huge difference, I feel like, in my life. Walk 780 miles. I did this one later in 2021, so I will probably increase that for the year, but I'll sit down and figure out the math before we do that. And what I'll probably do is just record a separate video this weekend of how I create my vision boards, how I decide what's the most important to put up there, and just show you what my 2022 one looks like and get it posted up. So what I was going to do, since I was keeping some of the goals and some of them I didn't meet, of course I wrote up there beyond for the first time, because I knew, because of the things that were happening in the world, that some of the things were going to roll over into 2022 and 2023. So I decided I would just take a couple of them off of there that I already met last year, keep the ones that I still have the same desires to meet this year, and then just replace those that I took down. But I think I'm just going to create an all new one, but I'll see how I feel over the weekend. If I feel a little too overwhelmed, I'll just update this one. Since it is my husband's birthday and it's 30 degrees outside, freezing by our standards, I'm trying to help him walk the dogs this evening for exercise, since he usually does it himself. Come on, Parker. Come on, buddy. How far we get, and may not meet the 30 minutes today. I'm just gonna have to be okay with that, because it's Pate's birthday and took him to eat this evening for a birthday and had a salad bar and water. Feeling pretty good. So this is Parker. Parker, say hi. I'll put a shirt on him tonight. It's cold. And some of my neighbors still have their Christmas up, and I say keep the spirit going for as long as possible. All right, Parker, this way, buddy. This way. Come on. Why you want to go over there? You like the lights? Come on. Come on, buddy. We gotta get back home. We gotta catch up Mavi up here. Oh, those gorgeous stars. Hi there. There's Lark. Failed to close out yesterday evening. It was just an atypical evening. It's birthday weekend. It's gonna be wide open crazy. It was a very good day, good weight loss day. I have no idea how this weekend is about to go, but I have a feeling with my mother-in-law coming over today with cake and cookies and potatoes and all kinds of stuff that she does not allow me to say no to. I don't know how much willpower or how much angst I want to have with her. So I may just say today is that day, it's a birthday day, and let it go and start again tomorrow. But we'll see how it goes throughout the day, and hope you all have a wonderful weekend and get some stuff done, have some wonderful time with family, and make some change. I'll see you tomorrow.